the pretty boy, will be facing Justin Juuko. We go now to the tail of the tape. Stats are almost identical, except that Mayweather is 4 years younger. Other than that, all the numbers are very, very similar.
As we take a look at the rules here for this championship bout, the 3 knockdown rule is not in effect. No standing 8 count. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. However, he does take the advice of a doctor on hand. 3 judges, 10 points in effect. Accidental foul. We go to the scorecards only after the 4th round. And again, we are ringside here at Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. And they're doing flips because Mario Solis, as well as myself, are here at ringside. And here's Justin Juuko. It's actually part of his entry into the ring here. Juuko, a native of Masaka, Uganda.
And those flips are simply part of his part of the show, waiting for this little great African fighter to step into the ring. Looks like Cirque du Soleil. African Cirque du Soleil.
I have called over 50 championship fights in my career. I have yet to see an entry in which the camera goes to the ring to watch someone else in the fighter's camp, as opposed to the fighter right there. Justin Juuko, late replacement here in recent days for
Vargas.
Exactly, Vargas having to pull out. He cites medical conditions. However, it's a rumor going around here, and it's more of a fact that he was overweight. So Justin Juuko, who was scheduled to fight here in Las Vegas in just a few weeks, comes in here tonight with a record of 33-2-1 with 25 KOs. But more importantly, he was going to get a paycheck for $3,500 for his fight in 2 weeks. Tonight, he is making $100,000 as a substitute.
Not bad, and hopefully he's ready for this bout because he's got a tough opponent in Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather. Undefeated in 20 fights, 15 knockouts. He's got it all. He's got style. He's exciting, fun to watch. Considered by some trade magazines as the best boxer of 1998. He's very soft-spoken, yet very confident, and he's got very strong hands.
Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, he is probably the hottest stock in the sport of boxing today. They call him Pretty Boy because, let's face it, when he gets out of the ring, he's a handsome-looking guy. No damage to him. The fact is this. What Floyd Mayweather brings to the ring in the lightweight division right now, in the lighter weight classes, let me add, is that he has movements, finesse that is not seen in that type of class. It's more along the lines of a middleweight. He's extremely fast. He has cat-like quickness.
Is that lip syncing, by the way, or is he really performing the song a la Jones?
That is lip syncing. But his cat-like quickness can prove to be a major asset inside the ring, and he has shown that many times. Of course, he is trained by Floyd Mayweather Sr. He was not always trained by his father, though, Mario, because his father was doing time in a Michigan jail a few years back, was released, and of course, he immediately joined his son's corner.
And Jeff Mayweather also in his corner, a boxer who many knew. He was very famous, known as the executioner of Mexican fighters. And here he is, Floyd Mayweather, that's the record. We mentioned it earlier, 20 fights, undefeated, 15 knockouts. He took the title away from Genaro Hernandez, then defended it successfully against Angel Man Freddy, then Carlos Rios, the fight that you saw, or at least some of the moments of that fight that he won recently in February.
And Mayweather made a name for himself before champion. He fought in 1996 in the Olympics of Atlanta. He felt he got robbed there, walked away with a bronze medal. But before that, he was a Golden Gloves champion 3 times nationally. What's more impressive about Mayweather is that he was so young. At 22 years of age, he's already a world champion now for about 8 months. He was the first Olympian from that team to capture a title, Mario. That says a lot coming from that team. Let's go to Michael Buffer with the official introductions for this fight.
Mandalay Bay Resort Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, the Las Vegas Hilton, and the Mandalay Bay, along with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present an evening of World Championship Boxing. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the World Boxing Council. Before we continue, on behalf of Top Rank Incorporated, belated birthday wishes to the greatest matchmaker in boxing history, Hall of Famer Teddy Brenner. The officials appointed for this bout at ringside are WBC Supervisor, Mr. Frank Quill. The 3 judges scoring the contest on a 10-point must system will be Anek Hamtamkan, John Keane, and Daniel Fondavila, and your referee in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mitch Halpern. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mandalay Bay Resort Casino of Las Vegas, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, red, and yellow and weighing 130 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 33 victories with 25 knockouts, only 2 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, from Masaka, Uganda, here is the challenger, the Ugandan destroyer, Justin Juuko. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with silver, weighing in at 130 pounds also. His professional record stands at a perfect 20 victories without a defeat, including 15 knockouts. And already, at this early stage of his career, he is regarded among the best as pound for pound, one of the best in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, presenting the reigning and defending undefeated WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather.
Let's keep this clean, obey my commands at all times, touch gloves, good luck.
Floyd
Mayweather,
excuse me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Justin. Juuko was as we said, a last-minute substitute. It had to go by HBO. They approved it. Also, it had to go through WBC President Jose Sulaiman. He saw the record. He knows the boxer, and he sanctioned it. So this is for the world title.
Round 1 between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Justin Juuko. Juuko in the colorful trunks, Mayweather in the black trunks. Floyd, the champion, said he has grown since he won the title back in October. He's more confident now. His father has taught him to be a mature fighter inside the ring, and not a fighter that's going to make many mistakes. And you can bet that if Juuko makes a mistake here tonight, even the slightest, Floyd Mayweather will capitalize on it immediately.
Not a stranger to Las Vegas, Justin Juuko. He basically started his career, his first about 12 or 14 fights were in Las Vegas. And then all of a sudden he took a leap. He went overseas and has been fighting predominantly in Great Britain.
Both these fighters now call Las Vegas home. Floyd Mayweather moved here about 3 years ago. As for Justin Juuko, recent years as well. And you can see that Floyd has not had much time to study Juuko. He was, of course, preparing for Vargas, so he's had to feel him out here in the first round here thus far. He told me earlier in the week at the press conference that nice left there, backs Juuko up, that he was going to take some time here, and it really isn't that much of a factor to switch up on him, because he says that many fighters cannot match his style, and basically what happens is that once they get in there, they're going to be confused. And you can see Floyd with a nice head movement here in the first round, really setting aim at Juuko's upper body with that jab. Less than halfway to go here in the first round of this WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Mayweather against Juuko. And thus far, the champ is showing no respect to the challenger. With the continuing offense, Maura.
Yeah, Juuko's last fight was in February 20th. So about 3 months ago, he comes from losing a title shot for the WBA title against Antonio Hernandez in Fort Worth. And before that, he fought in October, won the Latin American Boxing Federation title against John Bronson in Caracas, Venezuela. So this guy keeps traveling, he moves around, and hopefully he'll do the same tonight in the ring. Otherwise, he's going to be in trouble.
Plenty of traveling is needed inside of the squared circle when you're fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. in hopes of perhaps picking up an upset. But we talk about this young champion. He has the makings to be a champion for a very, very long time, Mario. At only 22 years of age, and with talents and skills that are unmatched in the division, it's right now Floyd Mayweather's world. We're just watching him live in it.
Oh, definitely a rising star. And he's one of the good guys in boxing, too.
Less than 5 seconds to go here now in the first round of Mayweather and Juuko. And you'd have to chalk the first round for the champ.
Just don't even worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Steal him with a right hand every now and then.
One thing you got to do, you got to utilize his jab. You're not utilizing, you're waiting on him, okay? And he does have a quick jab. So the key is, once again, utilize your jab, use some feints on him. Look, you can drop that right hand on top of him, okay? Don't reach for him, no.
You got a beautiful job, Justin. Let's use it, okay? Let's not wait. All right.
Now there is a man who is MIA tonight from Juuko's corner. That is Freddie Roach, the trainer from LA, who's trained some past champions, the likes of Virgil Hill to Michael Moore. Could not make it out this evening. He missed his flight, Mario, and that right there has to really be a huge blow in terms of confidence for Juuko.
Suspect excuse, as well as Goyo Vargas, as well as his chin. I've heard from people that know Juuko that he has a fragile chin. He's likely to fall if he receives a strong punch to the button. So let's keep an eye on that.
Floyd feeling himself out here in the center of the ring against Juuko, and just standing right in front of his opponent. The champ clearly wants to give Las Vegas a show tonight as he comes in on Juuko. And now he's just taunting him.
Just taking a look across the board with the three most important organizations in boxing. Other than Floyd Mayweather, the other two champions are Roberto Garcia, also undefeated, 32-0. And then we have Takanori Hatakeyama, Japanese, undefeated, 22-0. So you got some good competition, but I think that Floyd Mayweather is at the top.
He is at the top, and he does have some fighters that he'd like to pick a bone with later on. Perhaps the Sugar Shane Mosley could be in his future.
Although Sugar Shane Mosley wants to move up immediately, wants to do a couple of fights and then move up to the welterweight division and possibly challenge Oscar De La Hoya. He wants $10 million. It seems it's excessive.
And the corner of Mayweather screaming for Floyd Jr. to put the punches together. And you can see that when you have speed, you will not be hit too often inside that ring, Mario. I don't think Juuko has really landed one solid blow here thus far.
Freddie Boy's a guy that is in constant motion. He uses the ring and his legs with great precision. Ring master. An incredible amateur history. Went to the Olympics. Now he brings all that into the professional ranks.
When you watch Floyd inside the ring, you see a fighter with laser beam precision when he throws his punches. His blows are extremely accurate. They are basically almost every time on the mark. It's not too often that you make a guy with his speed miss, as Juuko is finding out a hard way tonight, as we have less than 15 seconds to go here in round number 2 of this WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the world.
That was a nice little left hook he connected there at the last few seconds of the fight, taking advantage of that opening that he saw right in front of him. He's got incredibly quick reflexes. His response is immediate, and as soon as the opposition shows that little crack or that opening, he takes advantage of it.
As we can see here, Mario, the openings present themselves, and Floyd Mayweather immediately takes advantage of it. You can see that the style of Juuko, he's off balance most of the time when he does throw some of his punches. He does have that awkward style, and you can see that Floyd's just making him miss with that. The speed of it, he just backs up.
Great waist movement. He moves ahead, avoiding any contact. And I think it all depends on who you ask, on whose list you're putting Floyd Mayweather, but he's obviously in the top 10, top 5 in most lists, I would say. Maybe right behind Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones Jr.
And Floyd Mayweather starts out round 3 with a flurry, immediately attacks Juuko. And look at the movement inside the ring. Floyd Mayweather Jr., the champ in the black trunks, while Juuko in the carnival colors, in the yellow, green, and orange trunks. Nice right, throws Juuko off balance there. Nice counter there by Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Juuko's reaction's a little bit deceptive. He's been punched a couple of times, and strong punches, and goes off balance. Seems like he's in trouble, but you know, he just gets back up. Maybe that's just the way he likes to simulate the punishment of the punches that he's receiving.
And Juuko gaining a little confidence now, putting himself in front of the champ and just throwing the punches. Floyd, though, just backs off and makes him pay for it with a quick overhand right. Another right there by Jr. Follows it up with the left. Neither fighter has yet to put the other one up against the ropes and try to work him there.
That right's really working for him, sneaking it in. He brings in that left like waist level. So Juuko doesn't really know where it's coming from, either the jab or the right.
Back in December against Angel Manfredi, Jr. earned a victory in the second round with a knockout. In February, fought Carlos Rios up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He went the distance that night. Here in a replacement, he finds himself in the third round in a fight that many expected would not last this long. Here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center. And Juuko is less than 40 seconds away from surviving round number 3 of this championship bout. But thus far, it's been all Floyd Mayweather Jr. as he's tossing a shutout here against the challenger. The end of the third round here as Floyd loses his mouthpiece here in the corner here at ringside.
And he's so confident. He feels so good about this fight, so positive about it, that he even took the time out to say hello to someone ringside.
Up until that time, you had not been doing anything. Double up on the jab, right hand, left hook. Put your punches together, son. No sense in waiting. Hey, this is do or die. This is championship time. You understand?
Take a look at the highlights here from the third round. Mayweather with the right, and Juuko just cannot throw any type of retaliation. There's that quick right. Even in slow motion, it's like rapid fire. You can see he's very calm and relaxed.
Right there. We're trying to break right hand, okay? Okay, baby.
He's enjoying himself in the corner here, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Having a fun time at the office tonight, the champ is. As we start with the 4th round here, Mario.
Truly refreshing to see a boxer like this, having fun, enjoying boxing, doing it for the love of the game, not just for the money. Of course, that's a big part of it, but you can tell that he's having a good time.
Still such a young champion, Junior, 22 years of age.
Amazing, 22 years old. He hasn't had that many professional fights, yet the way he controls the ring and himself is amazing.
Let's not forget that after this fight, we're going to have the main event of the evening, WBC welterweight championship of the world, Oscar De La Hoya against Obakar. But first, Floyd Mayweather tries to finish off Justin Juuko here in Las Vegas, and Juuko gets tagged with a nice right, a little off balance.
Now he seems to be in real trouble.
And Floyd is starting to smell a little blood, Mario.
And you know how good finishers are. They smell that blood, they're like a shark. You smell the blood and you go for the kill.
Look, Floyd backs off now, and he's parking himself in the corner, avoiding the disposal of Juuko. Now he's trying to play a little bit of possum there, and with that speed, I think what he's trying to do here is, you know, they have the Broadway show Chicago at Mandalay Bay, but tonight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is giving the folks here a nice show.
Giving a warning. Mitch Halpern. Bring up the gloves. Telling Juuko to double up. But he hasn't really even been able to connect that one punch. Rare. Spares are those punches that he's been able to connect.
They've been scarce tonight. And Floyd's punches have so much strength behind him. He's not throwing much. He's just standing still and just throwing a quick right. He's not putting his whole body behind it. And he backs up Juuko with almost every single punch every time he does that. And if you're Justin Juuko, you're just trying to figure out a way to get inside of that defense of his. I'm thinking perhaps 10-pound weights on the ankles.
That might do it. Ball and chain, maybe?
Perhaps 10-pound weights around the wrists. Shows you how far ahead Floyd Mayweather Jr. is against his opponents.
That's half of his defense. His movement, his legs, just moves around, moves the waist. And the opponent just does not have a solid target.
Less than 10 seconds here in round number 4. Floyd Mayweather Jr. just having a good old time, smiling it up for the crowd.
The mark of a champion. He saw Juuko in trouble, yet he didn't get crazy. He didn't go wild trying to knock him out. The knockup's going to come.
Forget about the head too much. Start going to the body. Hit him anywhere. The arms anywhere, okay? Start working the body.
Talk about that exchange here, Mar, that you were just bringing up. As you can see, here's where he gets him in trouble, and you're right. You know, he could have gone in after him, but he didn't. To watch Floyd put together a nice combination of punches. Referee Mitch Halpern. Haven't seen much of him tonight, but he does step in the way there.
Cool, that's gonna set everything up. You're doing good. You're doing good, baby. You're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing.
He's his own cheerleader. Clapping with the gloves.
He's the one keeping his father relaxed outside of the ring.
That's right. His only comment was, "I'm cool." And that he is.
Round number 5, the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Floyd Mayweather Jr. against Justin Juuko. Bout scheduled for 12 rounds. Some here at ringside hoping it might end a little bit sooner in convincing fashion, of course, in favor of Floyd Mayweather Jr. because he's fighting tonight in front of his adopted hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. And Juuko making an excellent showing tonight for a fighter who just took this fight basically on a moment's notice, Mark.
You know, this guy doesn't fight very much. He's fought 36 times, yet he's done it over the course of almost a decade. He started fighting in 1991. That was pretty much his most active year. But recently, he fights maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year. So he's active enough to continue fighting, but he doesn't overdo it.
And sometimes you see fighters who rebound from losses, and they're basically shot, and their whole system is just a giant malfunction. Tonight, that has not been the case for Juuko. Of course, he did lose back in February of this year, February 20th to be exact, against Antonio Hernandez, lost by TKO in the 11th round.
And the only other loss was right at the beginning of his career, July 6th of 1991. So it took a long time for him to lose again, and that was for a title fight.
1 point deduction. No, there's just a warning there by Mitch Halpern. He just threatened him with a 1 point. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. would love to be the man who provides Juuko with his 3rd defeat. And look at that defense there. Juuko does not even touch him. What's impressive about Floyd, he's such a short little guy. Oh, and a nice combination there, the quick left and right. And now Floyd Mayweather coming in, looking to take care of business in the 5th round and perhaps see an end to it. But once again, Mario, he backs up. So Mario, Floyd Mayweather gets his opponent in trouble, backs off here, and with 30 seconds left to go in round number 5, looks like Juuko's going to make the round.
It appears so, and Floyd Mayweather doesn't seem to really care much about that. Again, he's enjoying what he's doing, throwing combinations, although his corner wants punches and bunches, but he has pumped up the volume just a bit in this round.
You gotta throw it for we know he's trying.
You know what you're doing, baby? You're pushing too much. You're pushing too much.
You letting him get off.
Let's check out Floyd Mayweather. First with the left, throws a right, and hits him right where it counts. Once again, the left follows with the right. So following through.
And give a lot of credit to Juuko's chin. Watch the blows it takes here, and he does not go down. A lot of other fighters would have gone down with those type of punches.
And the scout apparently was wrong. He had said that he had a very weak chin, and that obviously proves that wrong.
In case you're just joining us, this is for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Justin Juuko. I was just about to talk on the topic about the world's best fighters pound for pound. Roy Jones Jr. is up there. Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya, and many feel that the man who's clawing his way up there is Jr.
Yeah, some actually have him in the top 3. And Sugar Shane Mosley, obviously, also one of the bright stars of the future.
As well as Eric Morales, who's come on strong in recent outings. Who says boxing's dead, right, Mario?
That's right. You know, they were asking Bob Arum which would be his favorite fights to either watch or promote. He was talking about Oscar versus Felix Trinidad. That is pretty much a done deal. He'd like to see Oscar fight against David Reed. Morales against the Prince Nassim Hamed. That's not going to happen because the Prince wants Tapia. And Michael Grant against Lennox Lewis, although the rematch Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield
must take place first, yes. And that's going to be here in Las Vegas, according to various reports. Slight slip there by Justin Juuko. And look at Floyd just bow down in front of him and make him miss. I'm surprised that Floyd there on that giant miss did not blow over because of all the wind that Juuko caused. Oh, beautiful right. Backs Juuko up. Stops him cold. And Floyd Mayweather now is starting to go to town. Another left combination gets in there. He led with the left. Did a lot of damage with that right, though. But credit Justin Juuko's chin. It's not Teflon, but it's not glass either. Mario.
No, it's not. You know, it's beautiful to watch Mayweather. He's like seeing a pitcher in action, a pitcher who's in his zone, where he focuses. That's exactly where he'll end up landing. That punch, he just stood there. Excellent movement. And then sort of lets him off the hook.
Well, he's not letting him off the hook that easily. There's a bit of a welt forming underneath the left eye of Juuko. And his corner is going to work on it here at the end of the round.
Doesn't get too anxious, though, you know, when he puts his opponent in trouble. He's not going to push it. He's not going to risk. There's no need for that. He's pretty much controlling the fight.
You see the tempo?
Watch the punch here by Floyd. That's the one that stops Juuko and backs him up for a quick second. And then check out the defensive here. Mario.
Here comes the attack by Juuko. Misses with the left. Raises him with the right, and again misses with the left. That body movement with his waist. It's almost like Roger Mayweather. He used to place himself almost at a vertical position where the opposition didn't have that much room to hit. You know, he's pretty much flat, so how can you hit a line?
And of course, you bring up the Mayweather factor, and you know, he's a combination of all these great fighters in his family put into one. And they've all held titles in the past. So it makes sense that they all combine and create this supreme champion. As Floyd Mayweather moves back and forth, and now he's giving the folks here a show.
Hot dogging it just a bit.
You don't know if Floyd should be inside the boxing room when he's showing those type of moves, or inside the Rum Jungle, the nightclub here at the Mandalay Bay Center. Look at Floyd just put those combinations together.
Putting everything behind those punches.
Oh, he just follows it up with the right, forces Juuko to miss, and now that energizes Mayweather up a bit. And now he's starting to show a little bit of moves there, much like a Pernell Whitaker.
And Juuko also pegged him there. It's good contact, maybe one of his best punches in that counter a few seconds ago.
There's a lot of excitement generated by a fighter whenever he goes below the Mason-Dixon line in boxing and takes his whole body down there and brings it right back up and moves from side to side. And that's exactly what Floyd Mayweather Jr. is doing here tonight. As we are past the halfway point here of round number 7. Floyd Sr. sitting right beside us, enjoying a nice night of boxing here with his son, getting a great view, watching his son develop as a champ. As Juuko backs him up against the ropes. Now he's starting to get in with that jab a little bit. Perhaps this is Juuko's best round of the fight, boys.
And the fans are enjoying it. The arena practically filled to capacity. In expectation of Oscar's fight, announced at around 8 o'clock. So not that much activity in the hallways anymore.
And Juuko now is just throwing punches and getting tagged in return to the point that he's just getting blocked all over the place. That's his best punch of the fight. And Floyd just sticks his tongue out and mocks him.
Now, how disrespectful do you think that is? You like that?
When you're that good,
I guess you
can't get away with it. But unfortunately for Juuko, yeah, you're right. You know, he did take this fight.
That's how Obakar feels as well. He's been completely overshadowed during the course of the week. No one really wanted to talk to him, no interviews. Yet he wants to prove something tonight, that he deserves all the attention. He says he's going to be on all the billboards. come September 18th, he says he'll be fighting against Felix Trinidad. Let's go to the corner with Juuko.
Okay. Take the rest down. Squat over there.
Take a little water, Justin.
Listen to us.
Take a look at the highlights from round number 7. Floyd Mayweather Jr. taunting Juuko for a second.
And now Juuko right there with the left hook. And Mayweather, he admits it. He knows he got pegged. He acknowledges it.
He sticks his tongue out. It's no Gene Simmons. But then again, who is?
You got to be careful sticking that tongue out. An uppercut in that situation could leave you like a cat.
Well, like a cat, Floyd Mayweather bounces out quickly here. At the start of the 8th round, meets Juuko halfway. Again, if you're just joining us, this is for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. 12-round bout. And the last time I saw a performance this one-sided, France was claiming victory in the World Cup against Brazil.
That's the topic of tonight's card. Although Juuko is given more than a lot of people expected. As you said, most thought this fight would be over in the 2nd, 3rd round. He stepped into the plate.
I have to admit, I had the fight ending here very early this evening. I was shocked if it went past 2 rounds. But Justin Juuko has been a pillar in there tonight. Yeah, you can move him at times, but you're not going to knock him down. In a city that's famous for knockdowns, inside of the ring, and of course away from it with all the implosions. Floyd swinging, going for the head. Juuko now attacking the body. And he is turning in a dominant performance here this evening, but people came to watch a knockout, and of course, when they talk about you being the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, Mario, you need to provide him with a KO.
You got to prove it.
Is there much proof here tonight?
He's proven, obviously, that he's an excellent fighter, but you're right. People want to come out here and see something explosive. They want to see the knockdown. He's a knockdown artist. And he's done it in 75% of his fights.
The fight crowd here tonight, very, very low-key. It's almost as if these two fighters are inside the main conference room at a library. Not much action from the crowd.
I haven't gotten into it yet. I'm not sure why.
They're still probably recovering from that Lewis Monaco battle that we saw earlier this evening.
We're going through the programs, looking at Oscar's photos.
Less than 30 seconds now in round number 8. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Cruising like he was on
automatic pilot.
Now, if he was on PCH up by Big Sur. Just enjoying the views and having fun. Nice left there that counters. Both guys now starting to go back and forth. Little give and take.
Finally fires up a bit here.
But the bell ends it.
Anytime you step in with a jab, you're looking fantastic, man. Okay? You know your body. This is the 9th round, baby.
Well, once again, we have to show you Floyd dominating the action, Mario.
It's been like this the whole time. The entire route has been for Floyd Mayweather, and there he slips a punch again, showing his defense and the counterattack. Still seems to, or appears quite calm in his corner. I wonder how disappointed he's going to be if he doesn't manage to knock out Juuko.
Well, he will not be disappointed, or as disappointed as he was back in 1996, of course, when he was handed the bronze. I mean, that's perhaps the biggest defeat of his life, according to him, as we start the 9th round. And I say 9th with some emphasis because many here, like I said earlier, are surprised that it's lasted this long.
And I'm wondering if Floyd thought this fight was going to last this long. And maybe that's why he didn't really step it up that much at the beginning. And now he realizes that this guy can actually take a punch. And he's running out of time.
And Juuko just coming back with some rapid-fire punches, putting together a nice grouping there. But Floyd, showing that it really didn't affect him, just stood back and just took the best of his punches. Tightened up. You can see that his muscles were contracting there to kind of like offset the amount of energy that he was absorbing. Oh, 2 big rights there, and Juuko gets knocked back down, goes Juuko. For the first time in this fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is dancing in the corner. Juuko has had a long night, he's thinking it over, and he's thought he's had enough. Floyd Mayweather Jr. victorious tonight with a knockout over Justin Juuko.
Just when his corner thought he was slowing down, they were yelling, "Go, go." He was actually planning. He was looking for the target. Dropped it right in there, and the bomb exploded.
Great job, man. I really appreciate it.
So it's official. 1 minute and 20 seconds into round number 9. Floyd Mayweather Jr. retains his WBC Super Featherweight Championship, and here's how he did it, Mario.
That's how he did it again. That right doubles up, staggering Juuko, and then he goes for the kill with a straight right to the chin, and Juuko had just had enough. There's someone had just fallen in the ring, and it's not Juuko. There's a woman, there's a lady who's
I think it's Floyd Mayweather's
in the ring.
Floyd Mayweather's relative of sorts has just collapsed inside of the ring here.
So the doctor leaves
She is
Juuko.
okay. She is talking to Flipomansky. As we look at the highlights here of the fight, you can see that there's the big knockdown at the end that claimed it, but you're going to soon see a family member of Floyd Mayweather Jr. That is Floyd Mayweather's mother, who has passed out inside of the ring. It's her grandmother, I've been told. I've been told that that it is his grandmother that has just passed out inside the ring. The physicians are getting a chair here ringside. And
quite a bit of commotion. I think people are, I don't know if they're overreacting. We don't know what really happened here. She's talking. She's responding to Flipomansky. There's quite a bit of concern. There's Jeff Mayweather.
she is talking, though, to Dr. Flipomansky here. I think they're just relaxing her and then just trying to figure it out. But it was just such an impressive performance by Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's a shame that this unfortunate incident inside the ring has had to overshadow it. But Grandma Bernice, I am told, is talking to Dr. Flipomansky of the Nevada Athletic Commission.
Now they're taking some ice into the ring. They've got oxygen as well, getting ready for Bernice Mayweather.
And I have yet to see Floyd. He's away from his grandmother at the moment. They're now hooking up some oxygen to the elder Mayweather.
Just take some nice slow deep breaths. That's just something cold.
What a twist of events. We should be
Everything's
enjoying
gonna be okay. How you doing now?
Floyd Mayweather's victory, and instead the cameras are focused on another Mayweather member of the family.
And now here's a very good sign here. Floyd Mayweather Jr. helping up his grandmother.
Ma'am, how you doing now? You'll tell me if you get lightheaded or
How quickly
dizzy
the
again,
priorities
okay?
change. thinking about a career, you're thinking about a victory and moving on, and then suddenly
real life comes into play.
Exactly.
He's just excited.
Teary-eyed. Did you notice Floyd is a little teary-eyed?
He's a very emotional young man. He loves his family. He cried the night he won the championship, but tonight these are not tears of joy, unfortunately, for Floyd Mayweather Jr. But that's a very positive sign there as we see his grandmother is up and appears to be breathing some oxygen.
I think you are. You're warm and dry. I'm going to help you down in just a second, okay? All right, what we'd like to do, we're going to just
right
have
after
her
Floyd
stand up.
Mayweather.
If she feels okay, we're going to help her out of the ring.
Gave us a brilliant display of his power as he knocked down Justin Juuko, the substitute for Goyo Vargas.
It's a masterful performance, was it not?
Absolutely.
Stand up and let's see how you do.
We got some chairs down here.
So there's some EMS crews here,
Here.
and they're not going to bring her out
Okay?
through the ring with the help or the assistance of medical personnel. They're just going to walk her out very, very carefully. Everybody here is ringside as they walk.
And just
This
when
is
you thought
Mayweather
you'd seen
right
it
here.
all in boxing, something else happens. Fan man, and we've had all kinds of incredible things occurring in the ring here in Las Vegas.
Well, it's official. The Mandalay Bay Event Center is a boxing
Ladies and
venue.
gentlemen, referee Mitch Halpern reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute, 20 seconds of round number 9. The winner by knockout victory, still the undefeated WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
Let's hear what the pretty boy has to say about this pretty performance here this evening. Here's Larry Merchant.
Thank you very much, fellas. Floyd, can you tell us, did you say something to your grandmother, or did she say something to you, or she was just overtaken with excitement?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for this victory, and I want to say that my grandma just was a little anxious tonight to get in here and see me. She was happy that I got the victory, so I guess she lost a little oxygen, you know. So she's gonna be okay.
Just hyperventilated a little bit there.
It's kind of hot in here. It's cool.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself because you feel you're a great fighter, not getting all the recognition you deserve. Do you feel you have to close the show the way you finally were able to close it tonight?
I mean, Justin Juuko was a very tough opponent. He came in at the last minute, but he was already training for a tough fight. But I took my time, stayed focused, kept my composure, listened to my corner, and I got the job done.
Let's take a look. Your right hand seemed to be the punch that you felt you could land all the time tonight. Tell us about it. What were you looking for?
I was just using the pull counters, and the shot was landing all night. I was taking my time, you know, using my shoulders, landing smart shots.
Were you surprised that he was as tough as he was, given the short notice he took this fight on?
But Juuko was already training for a fight. He's gonna fight a week after this. I knew he was gonna be a tough opponent, but I just took my time, listened to my corner. I just want to say I'm happy to be fighting on HBO. I want to thank Top Rank and everybody for giving me this opportunity to fight one of the best out there.
Thank you very much, Floyd.
Thank you.
We'll be seeing you soon. Thank you very much, Floyd. We'll be